Rosemary's List on Showmax. Wow. Oh, she's evil. As a lover of true crime shows, I have to say, good idea, for the production company and Showmax. But as a South African, as a fellow South African, this is way too disturbing. This is way too vile. It's way too close to home. Like when I watch true crime shows from, say, America, the UK, Australia, it's happening. It's happening over there. But now with Rosemary's List and other shows that have been on Showmax, like Strangers We Know, Devil's Daughter. Oh, by the way, this show is produced by the same people who produced Devil's Daughter. And I feel the same way I felt when I watched Devil's Daughter 2 years ago or whatever. I want to cleanse. So this video is my debriefing, my cleansing, my venting of watching the first 2 episodes. Hello, hi, I am Lungile. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. The woman is a menace. The woman is a witch. The woman is evil. She is heartless. Nothing redeemable about Rosemary. Okay, so with episode 1, they talk about the crime that piqued the interest of the police officer by the name of Keshi Kenneth Mabunda. And kudos to this man. This wasn't even his case. This wasn't even on his desk. He heard a conversation through the wall and he got suspicious and he asked questions, and thank God he did, because I think that Rosemary would have continued killing. I think that Rosemary would have finished her entire family and moved on to her neighbors and colleagues and whoever, whatever. Okay, like, the woman killed her own child, and I'm not even sure why she killed her own child. Everybody else, it was for money. Why am I doing that? It was for money. But why did she kill her child? With episode 1, when it starts, Rosemary has murdered her lover, a kind, caring man by the name of Maurice. They'd been together for around 5 years, more or less, give or take. They had 1 child together. The child was still fairly young when Maurice was murdered. Maurice is the father of 4 other daughters. It really seems like Rosemary was the dominant in the relationship, and Rosemary was probably abusive to this man, because his daughter, or rather his sister, they were both saying that when Maurice started this relationship with Rosemary, he just was never the same again. Why would he change for the worst if she was so good to him, if she loved him so much, But no, it turns out that he wasn't himself anymore, but he stayed in a relationship with Rosemary. And yeah, it seems that Maurice did try to leave Rosemary a couple of times, but it just never happened, And also, I think according to Maurice's brother, Rosemary had the child in order to keep Maurice, because it seemed at that point Maurice was trying to detach and leave Rosemary, but then when they had the child, he stayed with her and he loved his daughter so much. So you know what, when a parent loves their child, they would also try to make a relationship work with the other parent of the child. There was another incident that they hinted at where Maurice was like, I am done with you, I am leaving. He packed his stuff, he called a friend with a bakkie to come and pick him up. But now, darling, Rosemary is a police officer. She has a firearm. Apparently, she whipped out her firearm and threatened the friend with a bakkie to get lost, to offload all of Maurice's things and get lost. And Maurice stayed with her. This is why I'm saying that I really think that she was abusive to him. And with abuse, it starts slowly with little things, it keeps building and building and building. After this lady had wielded a firearm, why would he stay if he wasn't already used to the abuse? And in 2015, I think 2015 September, she tried to kill him. She set the house on fire somehow. And before that, she took the child's birth certificate, her ID, a couple of essential items for the child. Then the house was on fire. And luckily Maurice survived. He woke up and whatever, and he was safe, and the fire was put out. But they found petrol in 2-liter bottles under the bed that Maurice was sleeping on. She wanted to touch the man. How do you love someone and you decide to kill them? And in deciding to kill them, you decide to burn them alive. I know, shame. Rosemary is the worst of the worst of the worst. She belongs in the pits of hell. That woman does not know love, compassion, nothing. She's self-centered, selfish. I'm mad on everybody's behalf involved with this, because Rosemary is a huge no. So yes, Maurice survived, but then a month later, she succeeded. In October 2015, Maurice's body was found in a field somewhere. He was brutally beaten to death. I do not know if she hired a hitman to kill Maurice, because there was a police officer, a colleague of Rosemary's, who is part of the show, who also said that while he was on leave, Rosemary gave him a call asking for a hitman. So that was that. She killed her lover, the father of her child, a man that she had been with, has done all manners of intimate things with for the past 5 years. I can't even fathom. Did she even love the man? Did she ever love him? Did she see him from jump when she met him as a mark, as somebody that she could get money out of killing? Because we then found out that, yes, the police got suspicious with Maurice's murder, but Sergeant Cashy kept digging up and found that 2 other people died mysteriously. And Rosemary collected money. Hold your pearls. Who are these 2 people? The first one was Rosemary's cousin. First cousin that she grew up with, that she grew up playing with, that she shared everything from her childhood with. Rosemary's mother and this cousin, his name was Witness, may his soul rest in peace. Rosemary's mother and Witness's mother were sisters, because they are still alive, thank the heavens. She didn't get to them. So yeah, Witness's mother was saying how gutted she is that the child she raised, the child she considered her own, that's Rosemary, killed her son, her one and only son. Like, guys, it's so heartbreaking to hear these family members talk about the loss of their loved ones, because, you know, Rosemary was in a position of power in the context of her family, and let me elaborate on that. And that is what made her extra dangerous to her family members. Never mind the fact that she is a murderous psychopath, but to her family, she's the one who made it. They come from an impoverished background. She's a police officer. That's a profession that is regarded highly in a lot of parts of the society that we live in, especially in impoverished societies. You know, the one who made it is regarded with awe. You know, you looked up to, you are turned to for advice, for counsel. Like, everybody is just so proud of you that you made it out. So Rosemary had that power element over her family just because she made it out. And number 2, just because she's a police officer. That's a job that comes with power, that comes with authority. People turn to you when they want to ask about crime, the law, the this, the that. So she had all that working for her, that when she advised her aunt that, listen, Witness travels at night, blah, 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 you must have this policy out to and cover him, the aunt obliged, even though the aunt was earning so little. Like, she was freaking manipulative. She manipulated her aunt and killed this lady's child. So there was 2012. 2013, she killed her own sister. She poisoned her older sister. Her older sister. If I say she grew up with her cousin Witness, duh, she grew up with her older sister as well. Her older sister's name was Audrey. I think all three had a son as well. And Rosemary called insurance companies getting life cover, pretending to be her sister Audrey. They played voice recordings of this witch calling insurance companies saying, "Hi, I am Audrey, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to take out this policy. And can my sister Rosemary be the beneficiary?" Rosemary, did all that. I guess when she had all those policies in place, kaput. She killed her sister. She poisoned her sister. So she raked in the big bucks after killing her sister. She made a lot of money. She got over 700,000 rands payout in policies after killing her sister. And I did not mention that the previous year when she killed her cousin witness, she got around over 137,000. So she blew that money, the 137,000. She blew it, I guess, on top of her own salary, on top of having a man who's employed as well. But she blew that money that she got from killing witness. And then the next year she goes for the big one and she kills her sister and she gets 700,000 rands. And you think she was done? Well, at least it seems in 2014 she didn't kill anyone, we hope. I mean, there's more episodes to watch, but I don't think she killed anybody in 2014. Probably because she was busy trying to kill Maurice, of which she succeeded in killing in 2015. Of course, she didn't get any money for Maurice because Sergeant Keshi was curious and he put a block on all those policies. Then 2017, Sergeant Keshi is like, let me just see what this woman has been up to. He calls some insurance companies and to find that Rosemary is about to receive another payout. A payout of 119,000 for her niece, Zanele. I'm mad as hell. So I've been saying she's manipulative. So now I said the one thing she has over these people is the fact that she's the one who made it out. So it turns out Zanele was studying. She needed a study loan. And who does she reach out to? She reached out to her aunt, Rosemary, because, you know, she's a police officer, as an older, successful family member. Please help me out. Apply for a study loan. I got like 3 kids. I need to study. Please help. And oh no, Zanele, my darling, you asked the wrong one. In that discussion and filling in forms and talking about study loans, Rosemary was able to convince Zanele to take out life insurance. And I guess with Rosemary as the beneficiary. And quite quickly, quite promptly, Zanele was found in a ditch after being beaten severely. And luckily she didn't die. She was taken to hospital. But now, when she was found in the ditch, she had been visiting Rosemary. Why do I keep doing that? She had been visiting Rosemary. So Rosemary is her primary caregiver in the situation, and also being a police officer. Somehow she got Zanele discharged from hospital. And 2 days later, Zanele was pronounced dead in another hospital with new injuries to her body. And she gets a payout of over 119,000. No. That freaking hurts like crazy. The family is just being traumatized. Also, in 2017, Rosemary killed her child. In 2015, Rosemary and Maurice had a child. When the child was a couple of months old, she killed Maurice. But I think after Maurice's funeral, the child remained with Maurice's mother and family. But after some time, I am not certain how long, Rosemary fetched the child. And not so long after that, the family back home, Maurice's family, gets a call that sad news. Your grandchild has passed away. Rosemary, why? There is a traditional healer on the show who says perhaps it was just for power. She wanted to feel powerful as she took somebody's life. And that's what this lady thinks. That's why this lady thinks Rosemary killed her own child. Sick. Oh no, she wasn't done though. So the next victim was Zanele's brother. His name was Moyeni. So I guess after Zanele's passing, the entire family is reeling, is traumatized. You know, they latching onto whoever they can for support. And unfortunately for Moyeni, she latched onto Rosemary, not knowing that that's his sister's killer. And, you know, I guess they bonded and whatnot. And Rosemary worked her evil magic. She got his personal particulars, took out some type of policy on him. Well, she had to cash up after that. She called him, told him she gonna pick him up. He must come alone. He came alone, and she took him to some nature reserve, and she shot him. And yeah, that was the end of episode 2. Episode 3 is out as well. I haven't watched it. I honestly can only watch one episode of this. Like I said before, it's so close to home. It's so close to home because this is within the South African context. But also, it's so close to home because she's killing family members. You know, like when Witness's mother, the first person she killed, her cousin, when Witness's mother was just saying, I raised Rosemary and she takes my child from me. When Witness's sister says, Rosemary was supposed to be like a sister to us, they resonated with me. I got cousins. I can't see myself ever harming my cousins, never mind killing them. You know, family is supposed to help each other, lift each other up, be supportive to one another. Not this shit Rosemary was doing. You cannot look at your family members and see money. And that's exactly what she was doing. She's a psychopath of the worst kind. They are saying that Rosemary was addicted to gambling. They are saying that Rosemary was owing a lot of loan sharks, a lot of money. Fuck you, bitch. Still not an excuse to wipe out half your family. And I swear, if she didn't get caught, she would still have killed more family members. And she has a sister on the show. That sister would probably be next. Her mother, her aunt, everybody. Vile. I am glad that eventually she got caught. I think in the 3rd episode she gets caught. I freaking hope so. I just needed to vent. Therefore, that is all I have on today's video. Bye.